the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, we've got the American League Wildcard Series on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, it's only game 2, Singy, but in a 3-game series, we're already looking at an elimination game.
You know, Boog, the short series is exciting for the fans, but, man, it can be nerve-wracking for the players and the coaches because, just like you said, lose game 1 and suddenly the entire season's on the line. So this should be interesting to see how these two teams approach this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Getting to start, Garrett Crochet. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
That's the ball.
Crochet was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third, the catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Ball to strike. Now that's smacked to right center. That's a base hit. The relay throw. First and second, 1 out. Here's Tyler O'Neill. 2 on, 1 out. That's outside. And the count is 3-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in game 2 of the Wild Card Series. In the air to left center. 2 down. And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg. 2 on, 2 outs. This one in the air, center field. Anthony settles underneath it, and that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back here at Fenway, and getting the start for Baltimore, Trevor Rogers. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. A solo shot. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hit the home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Foul ball still, 1-2 count.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that could be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Ceddanne Rafaela. Got him. And that will end the inning. Solo shot opens the scoring for Boston. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Wildcard Series Game 2. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Gunnar Henderson digs in now. And 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And he starts off the second with a double.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Blaze Alexander getting ready to hit. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Benny hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
And foul ball. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. That helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
At the plate, Jackson Holliday. That one back there, and that is foul. The 1-2. And a base hit on a line. Aimed to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Taylor Ward now at the plate. The 2-1. Right side. Oh, nice stop at first. And that's a great play for the out.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself, waves the pitcher off, and continues to run into the dugout.
Bottom of the second. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. Line drive, makes the catch, 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Caleb Durbin will hit next. 2-1 now. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, and that one almost hit him. This one in the air right field. O'Neill getting an angle on it. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boo, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shine in the toughest moments.
2 down, nobody on. Way out front for strike 2. Inside, 2-2. Tied up here in the early going. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2-2 on the way. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. We played 2 full innings and we're tied 1-1. On to the 3rd inning. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2. In the air to left center. Anthony under it. He makes the grab, and there's one away.
Up next for the Orioles, the catcher, number 35.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. Out to short, Rafaela. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So digging in, Tyler O'Neill. 2 down, nobody on. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Orioles held in check there. Home half of the 3rd coming up. Tied at 1. Bottom of the inning. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. Hit hard on the ground to short. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting left, the right fielder, Wilyer.
And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Stays alive. The 1-2. And down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in, Jordan Westburg. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2.
Ball.
Got him swinging.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Orioles.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Number 6, Ryan Mountcastle.
The 1-1. Out towards right center field. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Orioles. On to the bottom of the 4th. Tied 1-1. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Joe stepping in for Boston. Romy Gonzalez. That's ripped. Base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Next offer in there for a strike. That is strike 2. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out here in game 2 of the wild card series. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And Wilson down on strikes.
Number 3.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Go ahead run on base. Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, and it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runner edges away at second. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it's off the green monster. The run scores from second. It's 2-1. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
So stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Line drive to short and caught. Red Sox with an RBI double, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. On the ground. Sends it across to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. The 1-1. And a foul ball.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with the loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now. That one almost got him. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Swings through that one. Activity in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Giovanni Moran up and loosening in the pen. Kelly also throwing. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
Man, who doesn't love a sweet bare hand play like that? That was amazing.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Adley Rutschman. Strike 2. Man on second, 2 down. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. And that's the 3rd out. And the Orioles lead 1. And they trail it here 2-1. The bottom of the 5th. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Whips it to Mountcastle, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
The catcher, Narvaez.
So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. The 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And it hits off the monster. Relay throw to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Anytime you smoke the ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
So up next, Wilyer Abreu. And it's second. There's a strike. And a 1-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Got him swinging. That's out number 2.
You know, Boone, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Now here is Roman Anthony. On a strike, the pitch. This one in the air, center field. Alexander has a beat on it, and that's the inning. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We're through 5. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Your footsteps through the dark, the colors shape an amazing display, but aurora's not as bright as your smile beneath the light of distant stars. The famous traces that Jay left to paint.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit.
The right fielder, number 9,
The 2-1. Top of the zone. It's called a strike. Strikes him out for the second time today. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Here's a 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 1-2. And foul ball.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
This one smoked on its way out of here. And they tie it up. It's 2-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept the shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Garrett Crochet out of the game, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Giovanni Moran. And now Gunnar Henderson. That one fouled off. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, the
Blaze Alexander digs in now. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the wild card series.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Rico Garcia. So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez.
The second baseman, Romy.
Here's a 1-1. And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That's back-to-back singles for him. We often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's Contreras now. Up the middle, Henderson. The flip, there's one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now here is Cedar Rafaela. Lifted in the air, right center field. Reaching down, makes the catch. 6 innings behind us, all square at 2-2. Wild Card Series Game 2. Top of inning number 7. Ryan Mountcastle getting ready to hit. Ball to strike. On the ground at first, Contreras. He'll do it himself. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
The batter number 7, second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. All tied up here in the late stages of game 2.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Chopped to the right side. Gonzalez fires over to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder number 3, Taylor Ward.
So back to the top of the order. Now Taylor Ward. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Right through there, got it. That's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The designated hitter,
The 1-1.
You know, these Red Sox looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
And next for the Red Sox, Caleb Durbin.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And there's a ball.
That's a really good take.
The Bo Sox with the go-ahead run at first. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now batting Jaron Duran. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in, and there's 2 away. Throw sails over his head at first. Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Rico Garcia is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Andrew Kittredge gets the ball now. Go ahead run on base. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Runner around third on his way to the plate. And they take the lead in the 7th.
Clutch hit right there to give them the lead this late in the ball game. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
So runner at second, 2 down. Wilyer Abreu will hit next. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Back to the top of the order now. And the batter now, Roman Anthony. The 1-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Andrew Kittredge departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Keegan Aiken.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Abreu over at second. Anthony at first. 2 out of the inning. Next to hit, Romy Gonzalez. That's to third. Slings to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. We look ahead to inning number 8. The Red Sox 4 and the Orioles 2. Ready to begin the 8th. Now here's the Orioles DH. Pete Alonso. Moran in his 3rd season, 28 years old. And he was born in Puerto Rico. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Giovanni Moran won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute. Number 63 taking over on the mound.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs it out.
Fastball for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
1-1 now. And it's fouled away. Red Sox by 2. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, dude. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The tying run at the plate.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 3-2. In there. Got him looking for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. The Orioles with the tying run at the plate here in the late stages of Game 2. Abreu drops steps, heads back on it. He's got it, and that is that. One left for the Orioles. Still down by a count of 4-2. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Wilson Contreras. That one's in there. And the count 1-2. Contreras not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And the strike call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Down the line, it's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
The batter, number 3.
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. The 1-1. On the ground is short, could be 2. There's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Your story now. 2 down, nobody on.
It's been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Red Sox leading it by 2. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fights that one away, still 1-2. In the air, right field. O'Neill settles under this one. And that ends the inning. Red Sox go down quietly as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. We go to the 9th, and now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 63 won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. That one lifted to left. One away.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder, Blaze.
Here's the center fielder, Blaze Alexander. One down, base is empty here in the 9th. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. On the ground to third. Rolls across the diamond, and there's 2 away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
So it's their last chance in this one. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Ooh, Byron. You gotta remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
The Orioles down to their final strike. And now 2-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Ball game. The Boston Red Sox are on their way to the ALDS. So So the Boston Red Sox sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins and look ahead now to the division series.
Well, they really showed up, Boog, and so did these home fans. A lot of really positive energy in this ballpark, and I'm sure that had some impact at least. And this club has to feel excited moving on to the next round with a lot of good momentum on their side.